go home yet. I'm not ready to leave.
They've come from all over the UK to our bespoke workshop. Some gifted amateurs, some on the brink of a career, but all in love with wood.
Oh, the feeling when you're in the shed and you've got a tool in your hand, there's nothing quite like it. This is wicked.
Oh, smell that.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's amazing.
I love wood because I love the potential of what it could be.
Sharp, very sharp.
Good, because I haven't got a clue how to sharpen wood.
My woodworking is mainly to keep my mind busy. As soon as I go in my workshop, everything else can be forgotten about.
So many screws.
I think this is definitely going to push what my limits are, and that's the idea, really, yeah.
Every tool here is just beautiful, isn't it?
If we can't make something pretty good using these, then there's no hope for us.
Kicking off the competition is the first of their two challenges, the Big Build, a major test of both their design and craftsmanship skills.
Morning, wood workers. Welcome to your workshop of wonders. Alex, please tell the gang what they're going to be building for their first Big Build challenge.
Arguably the most important item of furniture in the house. It's a bed, but not just any bed. We want the bed of your dreams.
Ooh, wow. I think my bed of dreams would have at least 2 members of Take That. Over there, if you need them, the technicians to keep you safe and help and support you. OK? Are you ready, guys?
Yep.
Get woodworking.
OK.
All right, let's crack on. I've never actually made a bed before, but I did reinforce the marriage bed at one point. But I don't know if you want to hear that.
It's a bit intimidating because it is so big.
Time is of the essence.
A bed is big, is bold. We want them to focus on getting the scale so that it really looks architectural. Because I want to know if they can put their money where their mouth is.
What are these?
I want to see quality, I want simplicity, but I know that's not simple to achieve.
Handcrafting a bed can take weeks. Our woodworkers have just 2 working days.
It's oak, so there's quite a few of them, so this bed's going to be really, really heavy.
They've designed their big build in advance
Why have I got one this long?
and ordered in timber and materials.
I've got a very small amount of wood compared to other people, but I heard it's more what you do with it.
I'm already sweating, it's only been 45 minutes, what's happening?
The woodworkers' designs are varied, each an individual take on a bed of dreams. The judge's brief demands creativity. It must be a double bed, at least 2 metres high and beautifully constructed, showing a good understanding of joinery and an effective use of wood.
OK,
The first stage for everyone is to prep their wood.
0.5 millimetre can make the difference between this fitting and not fitting.
Measuring and cutting to size.
Safety first and all that. These are the foot posts for the bed, but they're actually looking a little bit like bows. Take out the competition.
24-year-old Rada is a junior cabinet maker who's honed his joinery skills making religious shrines for friends and family.
That side. I think my love of woodwork really stemmed from my uncle. So he'd make us like a little wooden sword. Me and my brother would fight with them until they break, and then we'll go back into the workshop and make another.
Rada grew up in Wales, but is looking further afield for design inspiration. He's gone for a Japanese-style bed with a simple low base made from ash, which will offset a much more intricate headboard, with inbuilt lighting to create a silhouette.
Hey, Rada.
Hello.
Hey. Your description makes it sound complicated. I'm all about the virtue of simplicity.
The shape of the bed and the form of the bed is relatively simple, but I really want to transport you guys.
Rada, I'm a bit concerned
Yeah.
Lack of storage underneath the bed. That worries me.
Yeah, that might be an issue.
Where am I going to keep my files, you know?
I'm planning to actually take a saw and cut some bits of wood. Whoopee! It is great to be in these lovely surroundings. We've got sycamore over there, we've got lots of oaks, beech and hawthorn. It's just, oh, love it, love it. Okay.
Tim is a bike mechanic from South London who shares a love of wood with his artist wife of 30 years, Carol.
Hi, Tim.
Hello.
Tim, what's your bed of dreams?
It's a boat.
Tim's ambitious design will be made from ash, oak and Douglas fir. The boat-shaped base, complete with sail, will be suspended on a frame so that it gently rocks.
On a practical note, Tim, if somebody's sleeping in the bed, will they feel a little bit sick with the motion?
Cunning idea. I have put an anchor on it so that you can lock it in the fixed position if
good.
you're a bit queasy.
How about the choice of woods, and how does that help the design?
So I'm using ash and oak for the parts that need a lot of strength. And obviously if you're hanging a large, heavy double bed, you need a lot of strength there.
We'll leave you to it, Tim.
Bye.
What Tim's doing is, of course, highly eccentric, which I appreciate, but it's a crazy design.
I'm a little bit concerned that he's bitten off more than he can chew.
I think a bed should be a nice, calm space. If it's got too many bells and whistles or it rocks backwards and forwards, you're never going to get a good night's sleep. You want something stylish.
Misty from Shropshire gave up work as a high-end interior designer to try her hand at sculpture.
I'm very, very fortunate to be able to live a life where I get to just sit around and create things for the sheer joy of it. Nobody's ever seen what I create, yet. I've always felt that I make things in spite of my skill rather than because of it.
Hoping for positive reviews, Misty's designed a Gothic-style bed with an upholstered headboard and turned finials. If she can master the workshop machinery.
As a designer, I have a phenomenal knowledge of how things are made, but I've never actually done it myself.
Given that she hasn't made anything, my concern is that she might not actually be able to do it herself. So she's good at designing, but can she bring that into the making?
You didn't see that? We will triumph.
While Misty's figuring out the machines,
It's not that way around, is it?
Chantal's decided to prioritise her many massive railway sleepers.
I think I'm going to sand these down just to smooth them off so you haven't got the rough edges when you're sleeping.
From the Midlands, Chantal has 3 children and 2 pet ferrets. She's studying for an art master's and has a special interest in wood and sculpture.
I love carving wood. You spend more time with it. I like to have a relationship with the wood, and I like it to tell me a little bit about what it wants.
Let's hope Chantal's wood wants to become a pond. She's creating an enormous bed base from 12 giant railway sleepers alongside more elegant hand-carved bulrushes.
Hey, Chantal.
Hey.
Wow. Sleepers are very good for a bed.
Yes, exactly.
Why do you need such big sections of wood?
Because I wanted something like really dramatic and like almost theatrical.
So you've got some sycamore?
Well, the sycamore are going to be the reeds and the grass. That's my strength. So, you know, I'm a sculptor and an artist.
How much does your bed weigh?
No idea.
You can't tell me?
No. Not everybody could have it in their house.
It's an enormous amount of timber. Chantal's really facing the belt sander now. Good luck with that.
I don't know how she's going to pull this one off.
Rod, would you mind if I rubbed my cheek along it?
Yeah, please.
My upper cheek.
Oh, good. I should hope so.
That is really comforting. That's really comforting.
When their wood's prepped, stage 2 is joinery.
Need to get it to fit together somehow.
Which is when the fun begins.
That's such bad joinery.
Ooh, that's warped a bit.
Already feeling the time pressure, Tim's cutting corners with his ambitious boat design.
There is no time to do any nice woodworking joints, so I'm afraid I'm going decking screws with this.
While Rada's remaining on track with his skillful Japanese joinery.
I'm going to do these as wedged mortise and tenon joints. So I'm going to be putting these wedges in here, and that will actually fan out the end of the joint. So I can do it all with no glue.
He cuts and smooths the ends, but without glue and nails, the frame can easily be dismantled.
If I get sent home, it gets to pack back into my little Nissan Micra and I can take it home.
Wicked.
Yeah. 32-year-old Charlie is hoping it's her choice of wood that will impress the judges.
Hey, Charlie. Wow, this looks different. Look at this.
Proper wood.
I got a piece of cherry.
Okay.
The idea is that most of my bed is squared oak. It looks like a standard sort of rustic type bed, but then it's going to morph into the headboard, which is more organic and looks like a tree, basically.
So you're going for the contrast?
Yes, exactly.
Of machined and natural?
Yes.
Charlie's contrasting design features a rustic-style bed base with a tree carved from natural wood growing out of the headboard.
This is essentially one post of the headboard. So I've been chiselling the pockets for the rest of the bed to fit into.
2 years ago, Charlie's passion for wood led her to make the life-changing decision to move into a motorhome so she could afford to pursue an apprenticeship.
Hashtag van life, yeah.
I needed a cheap way to live, basically. But in 10 years' time, I'll have a little workshop at the bottom of my garden.
Charlie's completed her tree, shaped from cherry. She's now at a crucial stage where she'll see if it fits the base.
I can help.
Right, so just hold on to that for a minute. This is the moment, Mel.
OK. I think you got that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, my God!
Mel.
I'm so sorry. Charlie, I'm so sorry. I wasn't even leaning on it.
I know, it's all right, don't worry.
Please ask me to help again, though. I promise I won't. I don't know what happened.
I'll get some quick setting glue on it and it'll be back on in a jiffy.
Our 9 talented woodworkers are 6 hours into handcrafting their bed of dreams.
When in a lot of doubt, put 10 screws in.
While some are already struggling with timing.
That, and that is exactly where it's supposed to be.
Machinery novice Misty is learning on the job.
It should go quite quickly from this point, maybe.
We're getting near a bed. He's coming.
It does look like other people have moved on quite a lot with their beds.
27-year-old Joe from Wolverhampton is a woodworking YouTuber.
I love my photography, I love videography. Anything to do with technology and gadgets, that's my thing when I'm not woodworking.
Joe's designed a fittingly futuristic bed made with plywood sides, connected by individual slats, 44 of them.
He's got a strong design, but Joe has a ton of bits to get into his 2 end frames, and if he doesn't get them done in time, we're not going to have a bed.
I'm not used to working flat out like this. I'll do a couple of hours here, a couple of hours there. I've just got to try and keep on as best as I can.
So a 60-degree cut. Right.
When 59-year-old Michelle from Essex retired from a career in finance, she pursued her passion for wood.
I'm kind of getting back to doing all my wish list from when I was 16, all the things I ever wanted to try. So I'm trying everything once. If I like it, I can do it again.
These are the veins. They're going to be what holds the outside of the leaf up.
Michelle's designed a new take on the classic four-poster bed by adding an extra 2 posts to support a decorative leaf canopy.
Ah, there's a creepy on there.
Finally ready for some gluing. Oops.
I'm not very familiar with this glue, so I'm not entirely sure what the curing time on it is.
For parts of their designs, some woodworkers are gluing layers of wood together, making it thicker, in a process called lamination.
I think I am the messiest worker. Creative people are always messy.
20-year-old Billy's attempting bent lamination, where the wood's shaped around a template before the glue sets.
This is a quite crucial moment, basically not to snap it or anything like that, and it needs to be tight, so it's like one perfect curve.
A self-taught builder, Billy's designed a crisscross canopy made from laminated beech. First, he has to make it, then attach it seamlessly to the frame.
Have you done all of this machining today?
Yeah.
How do you bend wood?
Strong arms.
Just with your literal arms?
Yeah.
And a lot of clamps.
I've not seen that amount of clamps since I was night clubbing in the 80s, Billy.
When the crisscross canopy is dried, Billy will attach it to the bed frame.
There's a beautiful experimental thing going on, but we're looking at one thing grafted to another, so I'm a bit worried it'll end up like a sort of Frankenstein.
$170 divided by 2.
23-year-old art school graduate Jade was born in France, but she's going Japanese with her design.
I think Rad is also going down a sort of Japanese theme, but hey-ho, we'll see. Hopefully mine stands out.
To come out on top, Jade's drawing on her artistic background to create decorative Japanese scenes on her oak box frame.
The headboard, I'm thinking of having a few layers.
How many layers are we talking, Jade?
There's 4 on the headboard.
How are you going to suspend all these planes?
I came up with a concept which was to have it hung.
So it's a heavy oaken bed held up by string. Good luck, Jade.
Yeah, we're good.
At around the halfway mark of their big build challenge,
I'm just so happy I've got a bed.
2 of the woodworkers are slipping behind.
So that's number 4, so that goes down that side.
Chantal needs backup to form her colossal pond bed.
I cannot move them. I can't move one on its own. Oh, yeah.
That's an issue.
While Tim's ambitious boat build is in choppy waters.
When I hit the pins, the planks are springing back. The planks don't have to be flat, but it's going to look a lot nicer if they are. Grr.
However, for those in trouble, the judges are throwing a lifeline with their second challenge.
OK, woodworkers, down tools. It is time to vacate the workshop, please. Follow me.
Each week, the woodworkers will be asked to show off their skill tackling a core technique. Not that they know what it is yet.
Right, woodworkers, the sky is our canopy, and I do have a fiendish little challenge which the judges have devised to put your skills and techniques really under the microscope. What you will get if you win this skills challenge is immunity from this week's elimination.
Oh.
Nice prize, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Woodworkers, you're going to showcase carving skills by making a beautiful printing block.
Oh.
You have 90 minutes to carve a design inspired by nature. After that 90 minutes, we're going to test your designs by inking them up and printing. So, carve carefully.
Get woodworking.
Oh,
while.
Immunity could be very valuable for some.
It'd be nice to be immune, and then the stress for the bed would be off.
This is great. I've just got to hope my work is enough.
It's gonna look like a 5-year-old's drawn this. I'm terrible at drawing.
So is that a tree? That's a tree. That's a tree.
Are you not a tree?
No, I can see that. I can see that's a tree.
You know it's crap.
Gotta remember to breathe.
Print carving blocks date back to the Tang dynasty in 6th century China, when they were used to print books.
This is my sort of thing. I am hoping for a good result here.
It tests hand carving skills and tool dexterity.
They do look lovely, but it'd be good if I knew how to use them.
A good print has a clean, clear image.
I am doing Mother Nature.
Looks nothing like it.
Conversely, they must remove wood from the area around the drawing for the print to work.
It's the bit you don't touch that's got to be good.
All I've got to do is make sure I don't catch any of the points.
If our woodworkers are smart, they can just use a very graphic design. We're looking really for crisp, clear lines.
Yeah.
It's hard working out what it's gonna look like. My head's not clever enough for this.
30 minutes in, and Chantal can smell immunity.
Yeah, I right enjoy doing this kind of thing. And this wood is beautiful.
Misty with an I.
Misty with an I.
Never with a Y.
No.
Misty with a Y is a bit like the neighbour's cat. Do you know what I mean? No, I'm not being... No, I'm not...
This was inspired by my trip to India, where we spread my granddad's ashes. He's always very, very supportive, and so I like to think you would enjoy seeing this piece.
This is just about as close to woodwork heaven for me as it can be.
After struggling with the complexity of his bed, Tim's thinking differently for immunity.
I'm deciding whether I should just leave it simple and go and have a cup of tea, you know.
I mustn't forget the nipples.
Little bit of nudity, Jade?
Yeah, it's always nice.
How are you feeling about this, Joe?
I've never done hand carving before.
Okay.
I haven't got the skills.
Joe, you are highly skilled, my friend.
I'm currently holding this like a pencil, I've just realised.
That's good, that's a new technique. Woodworkers, 15 minutes left.
Breathe.
Going in and putting some detail in.
I'm just looking and trying not to add extra stuff that might actually detract from the overall look of it.
I'd say 50-50 chance of winning. This is my thing, but there's a lot of other people who it's their thing as well.
Yes. OK, woodworkers, down tools, please. The skills challenge is over. Rada, please put your hands away from your tool, thank you. And remember, woodworkers, the winner will be granted special immunity from elimination. There is a lot to play for here.
Our woodworkers have finished hand carving their nature-inspired printing blocks.
OK, woodworkers, judging is upon us.
The person who wins this skills challenge will be immune from this week's elimination.
Charlie, please bring your wood block to the judge's trestle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Some lovely carving details in there.
Thank you.
Let's see how this thing prints. I think that's pretty clear. Very crisp lines.
Some people fall into the trap of not understanding the positive and negative principle immediately, but you obviously got it.
Say too bad.
Your tree has come out really well. The rest of the landscape, not so much.
Right.
I like the simplicity of your lines, and I like that you've got lots of movement.
I like pretty much all of it.
Thank you.
Ooh la la. I see we've got moon, stars, wind, breasts. Is it a successful print? I think bits.
I like the idea of the framed view and the depth, but for me, the peacock kind of eliminates that depth.
Right.
The composition is quite graphic, quite, in a way, cartoony.
That's what I was going for.
This has got an Eastern Bloc aesthetic going on, and the carving itself is very tidy.
Oh, thank you.
I just feel a little bit let down.
It's not a great print, is it? I mean, that's sometimes how it goes.
That's terrible.
I think the building's actually really good.
Yeah, that's
the
the
tree.
best.
It could be a cauliflower on the top. That's a very striking scene.
What I really like is that you've tried to understand what the wood is already saying. That was a smart move.
Thank you.
9 prints of varying success. But only one can win the free pass into next week.
So, our winner is Misty. Misty has just smashed this challenge. The carving was invented just head and shoulders above everybody else.
It really surprised me how utterly pleased I was with myself for winning. And of course, because I'm English, I couldn't run around the field going, yes!
I think I did really well. I think I stood a chance, but Mrs. was fantastic. Yeah.
With the chance of immunity gone, the remaining woodworkers must impress the judges tomorrow with their bed of dreams to stay in the competition.
Today, just trying to smash it out as much as I can, me and my mallet together.
I've got a lot to get through on my big build. I need to power well and truly through it.
My overriding emotion is apprehension. I'm really hoping that I don't let myself down.
There's definitely a sense of pressure in the workshop, you know, and some people are cracking, others are not.
Making refined joints, as you can see, is not my forte.
With 6 hours still to go,
I'm on my last 4 feet.
the woodworkers should be on the final stretch.
People are doing all the finishing touches. I wish I was in the same kind of position.
What's this?
That's the mallet.
When you get frustrated with the judges.
It's a very complicated thing. I don't want to mess it up.
Billy's at the challenging stage of his build, attaching his giant arcs seamlessly to the frame.
It's quite a tight fit, so I need to get it fixed in. Basically, it should go to a natural curve.
If he wants this to work for me, we don't want to see the join.
I think that's do or die.
The end of my boat is going to have a sail on it. I'm making this out of ply because I need it in quite big sections.
While Tim's boat bed has taken shape, he's come to a realisation about his ambitious build.
I decided to change the design of my bed when I realised that there was no way going to be enough time to do the hanging frame, so I shall just have to try and make it look as nice as it can without the gimmick of swinging on a frame.
I suppose one of the problems of being an eccentric inventor is that often the design stays on the paper because it's a fantasy world.
Nice and square?
Yeah, that's lovely. Next build is something I can actually lift myself.
Chantal has finally finished her heavy construction, so she can now sculpt the bulrushes for her pond bed.
The reeds are coming along really nicely. I've got a formula for getting the shapes. If there's any time left, I'll just make some more.
Right, and last two. They should be tight.
While Michelle's 6-poster frame is ready for her leaf.
Perfect. Mind me head, yeah.
Just checking, Charlie.
Charlie's close to finishing.
I'm gluing leaves. It's quite enjoyable amongst the craziness, really.
Charlie, I like the natural timber contrasted with milled and cut timber. I kind of like that dialogue.
So these joints here are just called biscuit joints, and they're just called biscuits because you slot in a little biscuit into them, and they just help to align everything, and it all holds together nicely. That actually worked. Wicked.
Rada, he's all about the joinery. However, I've still not seen much of the light box at the back, which is basically the wow of his bed.
Let's just crack on with it. So this is actually the main feature for my dream bed. Let's do it.
With the silhouette cut out and fitted to the light box,
So I'm going to want to screw that in exactly like that.
Rada must attach the headboard to the frame.
All right, chances are this is going to be horribly difficult to try and fit in.
The joints he's crafted must match up perfectly. 1 millimetre out and he'll have to abandon it.
It's wonky. Keep going, I guess. Oh, it's down. A victorious moment.
No matter what happens, there is a bed. But I really want to get it to the point where everything's hung.
Battling to make the best Japanese-style bed is Jade.
Let's see if it hangs.
It's very delicate, isn't it? I don't know why, but I'm thinking of the Chuckle Brothers, Jade, at this point.
In reality, I've got a lot of finishing left to do. Now I've won something, I have to prove that I deserve that. And in order to do that, I now have to do well at everything.
Hopefully I've got enough time.
Joe's frame's up, but he still needs to create the futuristic shape.
Just a case of working my way around to add all those 44 slats. Oops.
I have got a bed. I'm just hoping the judges can see like what I was aiming for.
I'm fairly happy with the leaves. Could have gone a bit bushier, but a lot of work involved.
OK, woodworkers, we are entering what we like to call the finishing hour.
Oh, it's going to be fine. Feeling the pressure a little bit now, because I've still got a bit to do.
Going to be down to the wire.
Lost my lights.
I'm pleased with my sail.
Last one now, and I can oil it and actually finish.
Go on, get some sustenance. Just have something.
I'm just adding some stain just to try and enhance the bulrushes.
What I would say is more of the rush, less of the bull. Go on.
steam coming out of my elbows as I speed up.
Is it straight? Doesn't really matter at this point. I just want it on.
Can I just go that way just very slightly? Quick, quick, quick.
OK, woodworkers, time is up. Please stand away from your beds.
Wowee! Have a seat. You've earned it.
2 days of epic effort are over. Now, judgment awaits.
It is what it is. It's 2 meters tall, it'll fit a bed, and hopefully it'll get me through to the next round.
There's some really incredible pieces. Mine's a little bit raw.
Pretty damned impressive for 18 hours.
I wouldn't say I'm scared of the judges. No.
After 2 days' worth of back-breaking work, our woodworkers have done it. They've each crafted their very own bed of dreams from wood. But the nightmare scenario awaits one of them, as the judges will decide who'll be first to leave the competition. Tim has built a whimsical bed using Douglas fir, ash and oak, with the base shaped like a boat and a sail headboard.
Good luck.
This is an impressive big bed in the time given.
Thank you.
However,
Yes.
where's the rocking?
I did not have time to build the hanging frame to make it a rocking bed.
OK.
It could have rocked just like a simple rocking horse does. So I see that as a missed opportunity. I'm sad about that.
And there's some really iffy joinery going on.
Iffy is not the word. Unforgivable
Well,
is the
there
word.
you go. Yeah, there are some rough around the edges things happening.
You are no more disappointed than I am.
OK, thanks a lot.
Thanks very much.
Rada has made a Japanese-inspired low bed from ash, birch and walnut, with a silhouetted scene making up the headboard.
Let's have a look at this.
He's lifting up the mattress.
Well, you know, let's look at this, this joinery.
Gorgeous. I love good joinery, and this part of the bed is a complete delight for me.
You spoke about Japanese influence.
Yeah.
I think it's very elegant. I have to say that you can almost smell the quality of some of it.
Also influenced by Japanese design, art school graduate Jade has gone decorative, hanging layered panels from an oak frame.
Can I ask you something? Practically speaking, do you think this fixture works as a headboard? Because I don't.
My frustration is that your layers could have been simply applied to the frame.
You could have decided to do something a bit different and more structural to give more rigidity to the frame.
Chantal's bed is bottom-heavy, with sanded sleepers making up the base, beneath a few hand-carved bulrushes.
How easy is this to get in and out?
Do you want me to try?
Please.
I feel like Cleopatra amidst her bulrushes going down the Nile.
Can I help you?
I can do this on my own.
Are you sure? OK.
That's not easy,
No, that's
is it?
good.
All right, I have to be really honest, Chantal. I don't think it's meeting the brief in being a comfortable bed. For you, it's all about sculpture.
Yeah, the whole idea was a sculpture, and I got completely carried away by the planing of the sleepers, yeah.
The planing hasn't really added much to this whole frame. I think it was a classic error, being distracted by the wrong thing.
Michelle chose to make an unusual 6-poster bed from Douglas fir and ash with a leaf-shaped canopy.
It's very skeletal. I kind of like that, but why do you need these in the bed? You've got 2 legs too many. In a way, it implies a dividing line.
OK. Shall I get in, give it a test?
Go on.
Go on, Mel.
Do you mind, Michelle? Oh, good. Do. That is comfy, Michelle.
And what does the leaf look like?
That's a very personal question.
Jo's sleek bed, with its nod to space-age design, is constructed from laminated and slatted ply.
The slats would have continued?
It would have gone fully over the top, but then this gap was intentional because I like to watch telly in bed.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, off the bat, I'm disappointed that it's not finished. But what I do like is I love the shape.
I like the design. I think it has real merits. It's reductive, it's simple, it's very economic material. For me, this is a really fascinating piece.
Charlie's bed marries straight-cut oak timber with natural cherry wood to create the effect of a living tree.
You established a very interesting dialogue between cut timber and natural sliced tree, if you like.
Thank you for using proper joinery techniques. Happy days for me. However, you know, if I'm going to be picky, if I'm sitting up in bed, what I don't want is that poking over my shoulder.
Hang on, you can hang your reading glasses off the branch.
Billy has managed to realise his tricky crisscross design of laminated beech arches attached to a cedar base.
Yeah. It could be the strongest bed in the room, so stand back, ladies.
He's worn the pyjamas. He's ready for bed.
I told you. This is incredibly strong.
Hats off to you that you tried this technique, so you got the impressive curve. But I don't know what's going on here. Love to have seen something that was a bit more elegant, but this, I love this. I love this.
Finally, immune from elimination but still out to impress, Misty's Gothic bed is crafted from beech with ornate shapes and finials, complete with an upholstered headboard.
Despite your immunity, you've gone for it.
Hats off to you, considering you hadn't used machines. You went for a design that demanded that you use the machine, because doing it by hand would have just taken way too long. Oh, budge over, I'll get in with
Come
it.
on, judges, in you get.
Budge over.
Shall I tuck you in, judges?
Yes, please.
Right, how does it feel?
Sadly, when you're in bed, you don't see any of the decadence.
You've got decisions to make. Let's get you out of bed.
God, yes. Oh.
So, do you have any ideas who might be in the good wood and who might be in the dead wood?
Charlie's bed, the joinery is very good.
The contrast between the milled timber and then all the timber left natural. That dialogue does work.
I'm very impressed with what Rada did. I love the joinery.
But it's not just about joinery. Jo's, for me, is the one design I can get behind.
The idea, I think, is very strong. I just think he didn't actually finish putting all the pieces in place.
What about in Deadwood? Who's residing there at the moment?
Chantal's bed. The terrible choice of the big chunky wood that was so wasteful.
Tim?
Tim's bed looks great, but there's so many things that were just not well finished off, and it didn't rock.
You were quite minty with jade.
Between the conception and the construction was this kind of shadow of bad jointing.
Yeah.
It was just too much of a mess for me.
OK. Well, good luck deciding, guys.
For one woodworker, their time in the workshop will be coming to an end.
I thought the judges' comments were very fair. The joinery is horrendous.
I was expecting it to be a walk in the park, but it was pretty intense at the end.
I'd made bad choices from the beginning with the design process, but I didn't know it until I was doing it.
Woodworkers, you have routed, lathed, planed, grafted like absolute warriors, producing 9 simply glorious beds. There was one standout, however, so I'm very happy to announce for their overall quality, skill and craftsmanship that the woodworker of the week is Rada. Well done, Rada.
Really? Oh, man.
Well done.
Massively wasn't expecting that.
But you know this is a competition, woodworkers. Misty, you got your immunity, but somebody will have to leave us this week. So I'm sorry to have to say that the woodworker who will not be joining us again in the workshop is Chantal.
Yeah, I knew it, yeah. I've tried my best, but I've had an absolute blast, yeah, from start to finish.
I wasn't expecting them to be able to produce so much in such a short space of time, but I know that Chantal chose the wrong thing to concentrate on.
I'm through to the next round. I'm excited and I'm raring to go.